about to give them what they want.
Go Beastmode, dude.
I don't think they're ready for this, though. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasing. You already know. Head on down to TigerFitness.com and get your Pump Chasing socks. We got the GAF Whey, the creatine, and the Cuts FTS. Hurry on down. Fuck with the best. Ding. So anyway, fam, I wanted to touch on this YouTube fitness drama. In the online bodybuilding community, there's a little drama going on between Greg and Mike Israetel.
Coach Greg, in today's video, I'm responding to Dr. Mike Israetel and Johnny Shreve, who are going out of their way to put Coach Greg down. In these videos, they're attacking my character. They're spreading lies, and so I said, nah, it's time to put an end to this.
Okay, long story short, Mike Israetel went on camera, on Johnny Shreve's channel, by the way. This was on Johnny Shreve's channel, and Mike Israetel said some things about Greg Doucette that was not true. It's just that simple.
When they're not, an example is Greg Doucette. At various times calls himself Dr. Greg. He's not a doctor. If like cheating at every sport you ever played makes you a doctor, dope. I got 8 PhDs in that case.
There's no need to get too deep into that shit. Facts are facts. That's one thing about me. I'm not the biggest Greg Doucette fan, guys. You already know I've said some things about him in the past. However, I would not deny the man's work ethic. That man has a work ethic. It actually inspires me. There was one time this motherfucker did 2 videos a day. Okay, the guy works hard. You can't take that from him. Although I don't agree with everything he say, I can't take nothing from him. You know, right is right and wrong is wrong. Mike Israetel went on Johnny Shreve's channel and lied. He said Greg claimed to be a doctor. One thing I know for a fact, Greg has said many times, I'm not a doctor. Is that a good Greg impression, guys? I'm not a doctor.
I am no doctor, not your doctor. I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor. I am.
He said that many times. Facts are facts. See, I'm not surprised by this, fam, because check this out. I did a debate with Mike Israetel, right? And the topic was, are hip thrusts overrated? And during that debate, we were talking about motor units, right? And long story short, he was saying that the motor neuron signal comes from the spine. I was trying to tell him it actually comes from the brain. Notice, you can't move a muscle. You cannot move a muscle without a motor neuron. It comes from the mind.
Technically, motor neurons go through your spinal cord.
I mean, no shit, it comes from the spine. Because the central nervous system is literally brain and spine. Of course the signal comes from the spine. He would not agree with me. Now we have upper motor neurons, lower motor neurons. The lower motor neurons, yes, when we move our limbs, that is coming from the lower motor neurons, and that signal comes directly from the spine. But
Technically, motor neurons go through your spinal cord.
You can clearly see right here, I'll put it on the screen. Upper motor neurons, synapse. Synapse means to connect or to join, by the way. So, neurons connect onto interneurons into the spinal cord, and occasionally directly onto lower motor neurons. So yes, lower motor neuron signal comes from the spine, but it still comes from above. Like I was trying to say, he said I was wrong. But he has the PhD. And as you see right here, he lied on his neighbor. See, lying on his neighbor is not just in the Bible. That's universal law. Using your tongue to lie on another man is a big deal, especially in a spiritual game, fam. You're Jewish, am I not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're Jewish, am I not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, some people were a little taken back by that. They were like, what the fuck does this have to do with the conversation? Check this out. Simply put is this. The reason why I asked him was he Jewish is this. His titles attached to his name, and to some degree, he should respect these titles if he's going to use these titles. So I knew he had a PhD. That gave me something to work with. And then I want to get on the deeper level. Are you Jewish? Because the ancient Jews, they believe, look into Kabbalah, ancient Jewish mysticism. They believe in universal laws. They believe in that universal mind, all is mind. They believe in quite a few things. So not only has he been breaking Jewish laws, he's breaking universal laws by lying on his neighbor. See, like it or not, he might not live in your physical neighborhood, but in the metaphysical world of the YouTube bodybuilding community, your neighbor is named Greg Doucette, and you lied on him. And since you lied on him, you owe him an apology. It's just that simple. These are facts, not attacks, children. You see, facts can never be considered attacks. Don't shoot the messengers. I've been on my hippie shit since 2020, fam, and let's just say I have a even greater respect for bodybuilding. You want to know why? Because bodybuilding is backed by all universal laws and principles. And with that said, there's energy literally governing this community. So one way or another, justice will be served. You see, if I get caught lying on somebody, I'm just gonna apologize. We all make mistakes. Nobody's required to be perfect. We gotta keep this community clean. Try to keep this community clean. We can't have people in this neighborhood called YouTube bodybuilding. We can't have people in this neighborhood committing spiritual crimes like lying on their neighbor. That should not be acceptable on any shape or form. I don't care how popular this person is. I don't care how much you like this person. Lying on another person is not right. These are facts, not attacks. I also thought it was interesting. Recently, Mike Israetel called Greg Doucette a sociopath.
Randomly, Samson could be a fucking sociopath, and like, you know, doing it all for the money, like Greg Doucette or whatever.
Really? That's Mike Israetel's statement? We already know that he's made videos saying Coach Greg claims to be a doctor. He's lying. He's now saying Coach Greg is a sociopath.
That's a very strong word, by the way. See, Mike Israetel really likes using strong words. Sociopath is a strong word. See, my issue with Mike was he called hip thrust overrated. See, overrated is a strong word too.
So far, hip thrusts in 2023, I think they're a bit overrated.
He likes using strong words without having a whole bunch of evidence, a whole bunch of factual evidence to back these words. He just like throwing words around.
Sociopath.
I think Mike Israetel should get on camera and say, I'm sorry for saying you claim to be a doctor. I think that would be cool, you know? And the sociopath. He can apologize for saying that too, or give some hard facts why he believes Greg Doucette is a sociopath. See, he's free to his opinion. You can't tell Mike Israetel how to think. He can think whatever the fuck he want to think. But before I go, there was something that Greg said, and this message is straight to Greg. Guys, can y'all be sure Greg get this message, please? Greg said something along the lines was, he's the most honest, the most transparent person in this bitch.
I have yet to meet someone that says they know of anyone more honest than me. I've been told I'm honest to a fault more often than not. Literally, people say, Greg, stop it. Why are you being so honest? Why are you telling me all these things? Don't say this. You're wearing your heart on a sleeve. Don't be so open. Hold back a little bit. If they're not willing to share anything about their private life, are they really more trusting than somebody who's open and honest and talks about everything? I mean, ask me anything. I've shared all the details of my past, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so, who do you believe?
See, Greg, you achieved a lot of success for yourself, and let me tell you, I might not agree with everything you do or everything you say, but I respect your grind. But you are not the most transparent, most honest person on YouTube. If you are, tell us this. Why did you and Allie break up? Tell us why you went. See, it's none of our business, but you are the most transparent person on YouTube, right?
I mean, ask me anything. I've shared all the details of my past, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Why do y'all have non-disclosure? I know all about the non-disclosure agreements. I actually have inside knowledge, but it's none of my business. It's not my place to put out. But you're the most transparent, right? Let us know. Because believe it or not, when you introduced this lady to your platform, a lot of your followers fell in love with her, fell in love with her personality, and seeing her leave, you know, out of nowhere it seems, it's gonna raise a lot of questions, you know? Even though it's nobody's business, it's only normal to be curious. It's only natural to be curious. What the fuck do you got a non-disclosure agreement with your ex for? Are you Kim Kardashian? Last time I heard of a non-disclosure agreement, it was the Kardashians. Apparently, they have their ex sign a non-disclosure agreement. That's a cheat code right there. You can get away with a lot of fuckery when you got motherfuckers swearing not to say shit. What the fuck are you hiding? Who the fuck do you think you are? You the Secret Service? You hiding government secrets in this bitch? Let me make a guess. I'm gonna make a prediction. Let me make a guess. Greg used to be a male cheerleader. Maybe you into some kinky ass shit. Maybe you like getting naked and shaking in pom-poms or some weird shit. Maybe you into some weird kinky shit like that. You like doing shit with pom-poms or some shit. I don't know. What the fuck are you hiding, Greg? The thing about me, hate me or love me, hate me or love me, there ain't a damn thing I've done I can't admit to. There ain't a damn thing I've done I can't admit to on camera, on God. Ain't a damn thing I've done I can't admit to. Not saying I'm proud of everything I've done, children. Not saying that. But there ain't a damn thing I've done that I can't admit to. If you're so transparent, tell us. You never really told us. Why did you feel the need to cheat at that powerlifting meet? They took your medals. Why did you feel the need to cheat at the natural bodybuilding show that same year? Why did you do that? Why on earth would you compete for something that you know you got a cheat code for? That's like me starting a fight. That's like me going to a black belt tournament or some shit, and the Super Mario Brothers give me that star. You know that star you touch and you're invisible? You just running through shit. Can't nothing fuck with you when you lit up like that. I got one of them motherfuckers in my pocket and I'm wishing one of these motherfuckers would. That's the kind of shit you did at that natural show, at that natural powerlifting meet. Why would you do that? Mr. Transparent, I'm curious. See, you're not the most transparent. Cut it out. Cut it out, Greg. Mike Israetel called you a sociopath on camera. He lied on you. He said you claimed to be a doctor on camera. I bet you didn't block him. Why did you block me? See, Greg, do my words sting that bad? You don't block Mike Israetel. He lied on your name. I didn't tell one lie about you. I didn't tell one lie, Greg. Do my words sting that bad? Do my words sting that bad? Why? Can you unblock me, Greg? It's 2024, you know. I'm still on my hippie shit, but, I now know how to use my words a little more, with a little more empathy now. With a little more finesse. I'll try not to use, see, I'm gonna still give you the truth, like it or not, Greg. But I try to use words that sting so bad. I can do that for you. One thing I'm never gonna do is be some beat around the bush fake motherfucker. I'm always keep it 100. Can you unblock me, Greg, for 2024? New year, new me. Well, it's not. It's the same me, but you know what I mean. I agree 100%. Greg has every right to be upset about someone lying on his name, and he deserves an apology. Not saying anybody gotta apologize. We all grown men. We can do what the fuck we want to do, but I say he deserves an apology. But no, Greg, you're not the most honest, transparent person online. That's a fact. Don't forget to like my shit. comment, subscribe, holla back at your boy.
Moment of silence! We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights!